Season 2, Episode 2 edition of the Turbo Comedy Competition, where we have 7 comedians in the course of 4 weeks, the same panel of comedians who are compaddling, you'll say, yeah, but they're compaddling to win $20 American. By that, how they do that is by basically I give them a topic 1 hour before showtime, and they have 1 hour to write 3 minutes of jokes. And if they go over 3 minutes, I get to mute them. They don't get disqualified or anything. I just get to mute them because I like to have power. It's the closest I ever feel to being useful. Also keep in mind that this is an open comedy forum. So with that, sometimes things could be said that are edgy, controversial, taboo, or maybe even offensive. It's not ever intended to be offensive. We're just comics trying to figure stuff out, especially when we have like an hour to write. So keep an open mind as we're just trying to find the funny in the time span that we have to find it with. And with that being said, everybody, I'm going to introduce the panel. Take myself off the solo layout. Boom. And hang on. Wait, there we go. There's a panel. And before I introduce everybody, we got the topics, which I'll show right here. That's all the topics that they're going to be doing. If I cut anybody's face off, I don't mean to. It's just that's the way that it's programmed to do it. So the first comic to go up is going to be Dan Brennan. Hang on, before we start, Dan, don't start yet because I forgot to do the comments, the topics on the comments. What was your topic, Dan?
Denzel Washington.
Oh, nice. Smooth motherfucker. All right. Oh yeah, there also might be swearing. I should have said that too. So hang on. Let me get stuff set up here. And okay, with the topic of Denzel, you guys know, once again, just a quick little reminder that when you're at 2 minutes, I'll do this. When you're at 2:45, I'll do this. When you're at 3, you'll know that, but you can't be heard anymore. 3:01. So once again, it's not. I don't want to, but I have to be fair to everybody doing this. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Dan Brennan, with the topic of Denzel Washington.
Here we go. Thank you for that warm reception. Once again, I would like to request some clarity on how topics are selected. Denzel Washington, it just feels like a trap for a middle-aged white man. I don't honestly think I'm allowed to discuss Denzel Washington in public. For the obvious reason, I am bound to say something racist. And I don't mean like super racist, like punch a Nazi through the screen. I mean like annoyingly racist. Like I used to think all black people looked the same, not because of a racist upbringing, but because in the movies, Denzel Washington played every historical black person. Or I might say something annoyingly racist like, I thought he was great in Shawshank Redemption. Next time I'll put those in the opposite order, maybe. I'm not in a position to talk to him, but I'm glad you guys are laughing. I realize that racism is tough on minorities, but spare a thought for me. When a minority encounters racism, they have choices. They can ignore it, report it, fight. When I encounter racism, I still have to go to the next family gathering with the offender. I'm not joking. I'm up here in Canada. I've got an uncle. He's so racist, he won't even eat at a Tex-Mex restaurant. That's right. He only hates Texans and Mexicans. It's an acute form of the disease I think he picked up on spring break one year. Look back to the subject at hand, okay? Here's the truth of the matter. I love Denzel. I love Denzel Washington so much. I love the name so much. I wanted to name my first son Denzel. But my wife at the time hated the name. And she would walk around the house mispronouncing his name and telling people, oh my God, he wants to name our son Denzel. I'm like, it's not Denzel, it's Denzel. And she keeps going on like, Denzel. Just crafty because I grew to hate the name. Denzel. And when we finally divorced, it was brutal. I couldn't watch a Denzel Washington film for like 3 weeks. I mean, his movies are that good. Who's gonna say Matt? No one's saying Matt at that guy, are they? Anyways, like honestly, I looked up 45 of his films to be here today. There's not a bad one in there. In conclusion, I ask you, can you name a bad Denzel Washington film? It's rhetorical, ladies and gentlemen, because you cannot. You can't name one bad film the great Denzel Washington ever made. I'm off to rewatch The Equalizer, both parts.
All right. Great job, Dan. Wow, you set the bar pretty high.
That felt great.
You good, because that one joke you had with all black people looking the same because Denzel played the same historical figure in all the movies. That's fucking funny. That is gold.
It's funny because it's true. Like that was my childhood growing up. I'm like, is he the only person interested in acting from the black community? Like, anyways, maybe I should have put that in there.
Oh, I might have to ask your permission later if I'm allowed to use that for my Instagram for my memes for my comics I'm promoting.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a solid joke. All right. So bring up Alia, sorry. With the topic, hang on, don't go yet. I have you on mute, so definitely don't go. Okay, cool. All right. So with the topic of Fitbits, which we only have 1 hour to write, 3 minutes. So whenever you're ready, let me know, and we will put the timer on.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. So Fitbits. Well, the first thing I thought about was memes when I heard Fitbit, and I was thinking about how like the really overweight cat sitting in a little egg cart, and this is if it fits, I sits, and then I thought. People are stupid. The majority of people are stupid. You could have the most worst product on earth as long as it rhymes, people will buy it. So instead of, the cat saying if it fits, I sit, it could be like, if you don't fit when you sit, you need a Fitbit. Or it could be like, and then I went like in a sexual direction, and I was like, Fitbit. How can we make that rhyme? I'm like, okay, it's a dating app, and it's involving Fitbits, and it's like I don't give two shits as long as our bits fit. Fitbit, joint Fitbit, and that would really like sex sells, baby. I don't know. And then it's like, and then they're like, hey guys, we're looking for testimonials, but we want you to be real and talk about your experience. And then people would be like, I don't give a shit. Our bits fit. And then like it would devolve into like a swingers sex app, like all the apps devolve into, which is totally cool, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing. I don't know. I always thought Tinder was funny because everyone complains about it, but it's like, isn't Tinder like sticks and fire? Like, did you expect it to be good? I think it's great that they call it Tinder because it's gonna burn. Like when you get herpes, you're fucking all those people. I don't even know how to recover from that. I'm just like, wow, okay, good brain dump. How much time do I have left? Am I killing it? I'm actually wearing a Fitbit right now. And I haven't even programmed it yet because my phone is so cluttered with apps. I got a new credit card, and they're like, it's $10 if you want to make a payment unless you download the app. So I haven't paid my bill yet. My name's Ali Gushe. That's my time. Woo!
Oh, that's good job. I love how you're wearing a Fitbit and you're driving like, or you're not driving, but you're in a car. Like you think a Fitbit's like a odometer or something. Good job. Good job, Ali.
Have to clutter her phone up with more apps to fuck her out.
All right, awesome. So far, these comics, they all had only 1 hour to write, 3 minutes. So this is what they got, and they are doing amazing. So the topic of promotions. Eric Bernstein, when you're ready, let me know, and we'll start you off.
Getting promoted is fun. It's everything leading up to it that sucks. This June, my mom is getting promoted to grandma. All she had to do is carry me for 9 months, feed, clothe, and shelter me for 22 years, plus all the other random times I would come home, and all those times I got arrested. That is a lot of work for an $11 t-shirt. Getting promoted at a job is even worse. To get promoted at a job, you have to have excellent performance reviews. I say job because when you have a career, promotions come naturally. You love the work. They like you. You feel inspired to create. With a job, you walk in at 8:59, sit down, and then you get up to leave at 5:01. Planning strategic bathroom breaks to make sure time goes faster, job. Sending out resumes from your work computer, that's kind of sad that you're actually applying for a shittier job while at a horrible job, but that's also a sign you have a job. Jobs require performance reviews. Performance reviews are an hour of psychological horror that makes waterboarding sound fun. Performance reviews consist of you lying about your job to get more money to do a job that you hate, while your employer explains that regardless of whether you suck or not, and usually they think you do, there's just not enough money to go around. You know the drill. Well, you did fantastic. Your division was outstanding, and the region blew it out of the water. But unfortunately, the company didn't do as well. So here's a candy bar. They never explain why the company didn't do well. They just use buzzword. Well, our holistic growth strategy required hitting some targets that we didn't synergize enough, and we lagged behind our 12-year industry standard. Here's your candy bar. Can you imagine how much more fun it would be to have an honest performance review? Listen, we see you on your phone all day. We get it. You hate this place. But we have to spend an hour saying fancy stuff in a closed room to justify your low wage. My favorite part of performance reviews is when you get to rate yourself. It's the one time in life when all those years of making excuses pays off. And that's my time.
All right, good job.
Woo! That was cool.
I love you talking about like jobs, and you look like you came back from an interview.
No comment. No, I actually have a career
I
right
think it's
now,
cool that
but I've had jobs.
Yeah, no, of course. I'm just saying, you look sharp is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get a fucking compliment, Eric. That's it. No
just not
comment.
used
I'm
to
like,
those.
cool that you're subject to promotions and you're wearing a tie.
all right, good stuff. All right, so Michael is next. And Michael had a. Well, you know when you're ready, Michael. Hang on. I know you had to say it. There's a lot to say. I'm excited to hear what you got to say about this. It's all random, by the way. So, with the topic of 5 stages of grief. Whenever you have 1 hour to write, everybody, 1 hour to write on 5 stages of grief and make it like funny. So, this is going to be great. Whenever you're ready, let me know. I'll put the timer on.
We're good. To keep it light and whimsical, as the topic might suggest, I decided to talk specifically, since there's so many things to grieve, I decided to talk specifically about the 5 stages of grief of having sexual intercourse with me. It's something I have a lot of experience with. Traditionally, your 5 stages of grief go: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Now, in my case, looking the way I look, bargaining is right up front. Generally, I am paying for it, and we want to bargain. We want to get our best value for our dollar. True starving artists here, traveling comedian. Right after that, we're right into denial. I'm there. I'm sweating. I'm grunting. She's thinking, I know I'm getting paid, but I could do so much better. My guidance counselor was right. I should have stayed in, cosmetology classes. But it doesn't last long. Then we get to the anger stage, where she's just angrily pounding away on it, trying to make it over as fast as possible. And then in a lot of cases, depending on how much whiskey good old Uncle Mike's had that night, we might go to a whole new phrase of bargaining. You want to come for Mama? Yeah, come on. Come for Mama. Hell, what do I got to do to make you come for Mama? A whole different round of bargaining. Then it's depression again. Oh, man. I know I'm getting paid, but look at this thing. Look at this thing. I could have done so much better. I should have made him pay me more. And then it's just a whole different kind of depression. And then finally, the acceptance. She accepts her money, and then I say goodbye. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 5 shades of grief of having sexual intercourse with this guy right here.
Oh. I wanted to make TED Talk so bad, so bad.
Oh,
good job. Great job. You know what? I realized I forgot to do the intro. I'm not gonna do it now, but yeah, good job, man. That was very funny. Whew.
Thank you. I had fun doing it.
Yeah, I can tell. I really want that as a TED Talk. I really do.
TEDx Amsterdam.
I can see that being a PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so with only 1 hour to write 3 minutes on the topic of reproduce. I don't know why I worded it that way. Sorry. Reproduction, but reproduce, whatever.
Reproduction. They're going to give you the same kind of outcome, right?
Okay, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's do the thing. All right. Like many people my age, I got my first lessons on reproduction from the biology class scene in Grease 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Adrian Zemed and Michelle Pfeiffer were educators as far as I was concerned. Yeah. Well, the musical number Reproduction, that shit slaps harder than Prom Night. I mean, I don't know if you've heard it lately, but yeah, get in on that. I am a parent. I have engaged in the act of reproduction. I made people. Hold your applause. Thank you very much for that. I don't deserve any credit for my creations because it was really just excessive practice gone awry. Kind of like the discovery of champagne. But unless they were conceived in the reproducting day, Angie, whatever. That one place in France. Unless you made them there, it's really just sparkling failed birth control. The guy who works at my local fruit and veggie stand asked me to stop saying that he does a great job reproducing when he restocks the bins. But thanks for replenishing the produce is really fucking boring to say. Now, there are artists that will make their entire living doing art that is reproductions. And they're just painting a copy of something that some probably dead guy already painted. And it's kind of like a canvas cover band. So if we ever start doing that shit with jokes, that's how I'm going to make my millions. Now, there are some creatures that reproduce without ever having sex. All right? I know. Hang on to your butts with this. It's called asexual reproduction. And there's also asexuality with humans, but it just means that they have no interest in the act of reproduction. But what if it was the same as the rest of the animal kingdom and just like you're walking around one day minding your own damn business, not even thinking about reproducing or the act of it in any shape or form. And then all of a sudden someone shakes your hand if they didn't wash it post spank or something. And, bam, before you know it, you are something's parent. So Pop the champagne. And that's it. That's me.
Oh, good job. Very, very funny. What was that line? Sparkling birth control.
I couldn't even say the word that I typed. Reproductagny. Reproductagny.
It wasn't that one, but but it's something about sparkling birth control. So that made me laugh.
Sparkling failed birth control.
Yeah, that's a great line. Oh, because they're talking about champagne earlier. I get it. Good job, Tara, with reproduce.
Thank you.
Bad job, Scott, with the wording of reproduction.
At least you didn't make me do it.
I gotta commit. So, with the second comic in the car, we got Eric Escobar.
Hello.
Hey, Eric. I'm just getting your topic set up here. All
Take
right,
your
so
time.
I'm taking my time as much as I can. All right, here we go.
Isn't Eric the first comedian in a parked car?
Does that go against my time? Please, God, no. I am performing.
Starting now.
Performing in a car. Please help me win. Get me the $20 so I can afford to have sex with Michael. All right, it'll be great. It'll be I'll start him at 10. I've watched Shark Tank. We'll get to 15. If I can't get it up, I'll blame him. My topic's the blame game. Seamless transition. There we go. Whenever my girlfriend and I fight, man, she always blames me. She's like, "Oh, it's your fault because you go on the road so much," and I'm like, "Oh, it's your fault because you're imaginary." All right, it's very tough. Very, very tough. I don't think I also wrote all my jokes in a book because this is all the paper that I have. Couldn't find it. No, I went to the bath. Never mind. I don't think blaming solves anyone. Or solves anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't solve anything because here's the thing: you can blame people and you can be angry, or you can just move forward and figure out what you're going to do with the body. All right, you can just figure it out. What will we do with him and her? I don't know. It's composed. So my topic is the blame game. I want to emphasize the word game in it because blaming is a game. All right. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to win the blame game. 1, listen to what the other person says. 2, be open-minded. 3, be a woman. If you follow those 3 things, you will win every single blaming argument no man has ever won. Let's get edgy. A lot of blaming going on in Israel and Palestine. Israel's blaming Palestine. Palestine's blaming Israel. Everyone else is blaming the United States. I don't care. I think that joke's the bomb. All right, keep going. Here we go. I used to blame myself. I blamed myself for my parents not being together. And eventually I kind of came to terms with it with myself. I kind of got okay with it when I went to go see my dad. But it was really, really hard because I'm horrified of cemeteries. All right. Very, very scary. Very, very scary. All right. Ending strong. 1 minute. Great. This is wonderful. I'll end with this. Here's the thing. I blame myself for me and my ex breaking up. Thanks. That's my time. My name's Eric Escobar. That was a good time.
How is that more morbid than the 5 stages of grief?
Because both of us are hard in that one, baby. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, buddy.
Ah, great job. Love the energy. I really do. You guys are all doing great. I am so proud. Like, I'm not no one to be proud. I'm not like a parent or anything. I'm just saying it's amazing what you're doing, and I think you're great. You're all
Thanks,
great.
Dad.
Yeah. You call me Porteous for a reason. My last name's Porteous. No one calls me that except me. It's fine. Okay, so with only 1 hour. Well, we have one last comment to go. We have 1 hour to write 3 minutes on the topic of TV sets. It's Raymond. I don't have your last name ready. Waters? Smith.
There we go.
All right. Raymond Waters. Oh, hang on. Did this show? Just making sure this is an error occurred. Okay. TV sets for Twitch audiences. For some reason, it's not showing on Twitch. But anyways, TV sets. Whenever you're ready, let me know.
Ready to go?
Okay.
All right. So I know I have the style and the look of a 22-year-old lesbian, but I am 33, so I can still remember the heavy-ass CRT sets. And I just hate those things. They're like impossible to move. And the sad thing is I'm also poor, so that's all I owned until about 2015. At this point in my life, though, TVs are just a grown-up nightlight. And
That's beautiful.
sometimes it makes me think. I wonder if the inventor of the TV, Philo Farnsworth, when he was inventing it, understood that it was one day just be used for millennials to have sex in the background. No, seriously, I'm like 90% sure that's why Netflix viewing time is as high as it is. I mean, nobody's getting laid watching Peacock. I do think that maybe the high definition is getting a little ridiculous. Like every time you go over to some dude named Chad's house, he tells you about his new 20K TV. And it's like, calm down, Vanilla Bryce. We don't need to see anything in that high of definition. I mean, there's probably some like 13-year-old kid out there right now because of how high the definition is now. Like he's out there getting PTSD playing Modern Warfare. He's going to go to sleep tonight having nightmares about the Yeet massacre of 21. And, man, this was a bullshit one, man. TV sets? Like, honestly, at first I was worried like Dan. I'm like, this might end up racist because my grandpa always said the blacks always look better on CRTs. So, I mean, I didn't know where to go from there. All right, guys, that's all I got.
Okay, first of all, good job. Second of all, I'll tell you what I thought of when I thought TV sets, like live on set, like TV shows being filmed on a set.
I'm an open mic comedian. Why would I ever think about being on a TV set right now?
Well, that's how you gotta interpret it, okay? Michael interpreted 5 stages of grief of having sex with him. Like that's a creative, okay? You have to get technical, but I appreciate it. It was a good job. But I'm just saying you could have went somewhere else.
It was a fun writing exercise.
Okay. I just love when they blame me for like, bullshit words. Why can I got Denzel Washington? All right. Good job, everybody. So this is what's going to happen right now. I'm going to send a link. I'm going to send the link in the comments, and you will be voting for your favorite set.
Tough call tonight. No,
it was fun.
Yeah.
It seems like faster than normal with that. I don't know why it seems really. I don't know why it's the intro. I didn't do the intro, and now I'm thrown off now. Hang on. Well, so what we'll do is I'll put the comment. So in the comment section, boom, there is the link in the comment of the Facebook group. With the videos being shot at. See, live on TV. That's the link. If anybody's dedicated enough to like type it, there it is. So what's going to happen now is this is the part of the night where everyone did. Yeah, see the chat. You guys can't see the chats, but it's a very supportive group here. Unlike my family. No, I'm kidding. They're nice, I'm sure. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to do the part of the show while they're voting where we're doing shameless self-promotions. So, Raymond, last week you had nothing to promote. What do you got this week to promote?
Let's see here. I got nothing, man.
I like his commitment. All right.
If anything, I'm consistent.
Yeah. Commitment and consistent. Love it. Dan, I know you got something.
Yeah, I'm still working on sitting down to start editing this marvelous podcast that I've created, where I sit comedians down and I create a very far-fetched scenario of something that happens to them while they're performing, and they have to tell me how they would react to it. So I'm still working on that. I just want to get the name Dan Brennan Asks into your brain cells. Oh no, okay. Sorry. The name of it is "What Would You Do?"
He forgot his own show.
It's fucking late. It's late in the evening here.
Oh, I love that. How you want to implant in our brains.
You won't forget it now, will you? Hey, there you go.
Brennan Asks.
Brennan Asks. Oh, that's right. One more thing, if anybody has troubles voting, because I know last time we had problems, it is through Google Chrome. So if for some reason you can't vote, just DM me and then we'll go there. So just I didn't want to call you Eric, but yeah. I know you're in a car. Michael, what do you got? You have a lot going on. You have a lot of hustle. What's going on?
I do have a lot going on. Thanks for pointing that out, pal. Tomorrow night, I will be in Cleveland, Ohio, doing a show at a place called Sheila.
Nice.
Somewhere in Cleveland. It'll be great. Wednesday, I'm at the Funny Bone in fabulous Columbus, Ohio. Check me out there at 7 p.m.
Hell yeah.
Thursday, I'm doing jack shit.
That sounds like a great club.
Friday, I'll be headlining a show at the lovely Pharmacy in downtown Akron, downtown-ish, downtown adjacent, sort of near the campus. Saturday, I'm producing and hosting a show right here in lovely Warren, Ohio, where I'm from, and that is at the Moose Club. If you like clean comedy, come on down. If you enjoy the F word like I do, not the show for you. Also, every Friday, Area 50.9, right here on Facebook, right through my page, Area 50.9, just short of the truth. We talk about conspiracies and such. Obviously, this Friday and the last 2 Fridays I wasn't on, I was doing live shows. Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Please check me out at One Joke at a Time. There's a Facebook page. You can find it on my page as well. That's all my stuff. Thank you. Did I go to a different broadcast?
No, I think
That's just the Michael show now.
still me.
It kind of felt like it for a second. I'm sorry if that was greedy.
I got Saturday. Did you get all your stuff? Just wanna make
Yeah.
sure you get- Okay, cool. I'm really I'm glad that you didn't say it's like this show but better.
I never said it was like this show was better last time, you fucker. That really is bothering me that you said that. In fact, I almost didn't mention my goddamn podcast because of what you said last week. You're giving me a complex, Porteous.
I like how I got the gym moniker of last name, like Porteous. Run laps. Okay. We're missing somebody right now. Dan. Oh, he already. Okay, he's gone. That's okay. But he already promoted his shit, so that's fine. So Tara, you got lots going on.
Yeah, I always got lots going on. I have no boundaries. I never know when to stop. You can follow me on Instagram at Terra Christian Comedy. Oh, there I go. Bye-bye. Follow me on Instagram at Terra Christian Comedy. You can go follow my company's Facebook page. That is Loaded Relaxation Comedy, formerly Living Room Comedy. We had a name change because guess what? Pandemic's ending and my living room doesn't go everywhere.
Nice.
I've got a patent pending show called Russian Roulette, which is the riff ruled by rotation. Kind of like this, but this is way better. And I'm trying to win points here. Let's see. And what else? Starting to book up some live shows, but they're not happening till June. So I'll just save that for future weeks so no one forgets where to find me. But I'm right here right now. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Tara. All right. And we have Mr. Escobar. What do you got going on?
Hello. I'm currently in Portland. If you're within the Portland limits and want to see a show. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm in Beaverton. I'm in the Northwest. I'm somewhere in the Northwest right now. I hope I get tips. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to be here for a couple more days. It'll be great. Next weekend, I'm in Little Rock with Ty Rivera. It's going to be a great show at the Looney Bin Comedy Club. A bunch of road stuff coming up. So follow me at Eric Escobar for more info. There we go. And yeah, pushing the TED Talk again. Watch my TED Talk, please. I need the views. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And finally, to promote is Mr. Bernstein. What do you got going on?
Well, I'll be doing job interviews this week. No, I'm kidding.
A job interview tour. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
I'm actually interviewing people to work for me. No, I have a podcast called Vern Goes Against the Grain, and I had a really fantastic guest. His name is Dr. Joshua Gans, one of the leading economists in the entire world, and he spent the last 12 months focusing specifically on COVID. It was just a really interesting 30 minutes about some of the economic consequences of the decisions that were made going forward, what he sees, and it was just great listening to someone who's so much smarter than me and just try to learn from them. So if you want to get a little smarter and learn about COVID from the perspective of a neutral genius. Check out Vern Goes Against the Grain on YouTube and all podcast platforms. Thank you.
That sounds awesome. I love all that, and I will promote the workshop. Excuse me. So, which is the comedy workshop, which is actually coming up tonight and every other day. It's 10 p.m. EST. I take comedians from all parts of the world, and they get random topics assigned to them. They have 7 days roughly to write 3 to 5 minutes of content, and we give them feedback, suggestions, tags, and really anything to help add to or improve the joke. We're at 353 right now for episodes. I don't know. Also, I got a podcast coming up this Friday. It's a Q&A though. It's a Q&A session. Normally we do the regular workshop podcast. Every 10 episodes, I'm going to do a Q&A. This one's going to be with a professional touring comedian as well as mental health advocate, Big Daddy Taz. He has a lot of amazing advice for comics and just for anybody dealing with mental health issues. So I definitely ask you give that a watch, a listen to. Available on Friday on all major podcasting platforms. And that's all I'm going to promote for now. We also got this happening for 2 more weeks. So someone's microwaving their food.
Not it.
We're running out of gasoline.
Yeah. We got this happening 2 more weeks. One of these comics will be $20 American richer. Who will that be? That all depends on them because they're voting for themselves. I have no say in this other than favoritism. But other than that, I have no say in it. So with that being said, have you voted or about to vote? If you can't vote on the link, just send me a private message and I'll put it in my records and that. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Thank you all so much. You all did a great job as always. 1 hour. You wrote that in 1 hour. You got some more content to add to your arsenal of jokes. So hope that you can do that live. I really do. So thank you so much again. I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a great night.
Have a great week.